Okay, so to start off drawing a can, the first thing you're going to do is draw out your guidelines. You're going to draw a line, a vertical line, down the middle of the paper. This is a light line that you want to draw out because you're going to rub that out later. If you're not confident in drawing your own straight line, you can fold your paper in half and then draw in the folds. You're then going to draw 3 horizontal lines. One horizontal line for the top of the can, where you're going to draw the ellipse at the top. The second horizontal line, which is this area here, where it juts out, and then a third one at the bottom. So we start off with the one at the top, again drawing lightly, or you can use a ruler if you want to. A wee bit further down for where your next one is, and then down at the bottom. This is going to allow you to get your can in proportion and make it symmetrical as well. So the first place we're going to do is we're going to start drawing is this top part here of your can. Now when it's directly in front of you, the can, it's not like that. If you look at the can like that, that's a circle. However, if you sit it in front of you and sit it on the table, the angle that you will be looking at it is more of a squashed circle, or what we would call an ellipse. So you're going to start with your ellipse at the top, and I'm going to put a dot where I think it is on one side. I'm going to use my finger and my thumb. My thumb goes on the dot, my finger goes in the cross between the vertical and the horizontal line, and I move it across to get it the same on both sides. So that makes sure that there's an equal measurement. If you're not confident with that, you can use a ruler. You're then going to draw a half circle at the bottom of these 2 dots, and then another half circle at the top. So that's you got this basic outline shape here. Now, if you look, the next sort of half circle that we're going to draw, it comes out a wee bit. So I'm going to put a dot here, and I'm going to use my finger and my thumb like I did before to make sure it's the same on both sides. And then I'm going to join it just with the front of the ellipse, because we obviously don't need the back. And then we can join that with that. There we go. Now, if you take your eye down the side of the can, your next half ellipse is this bottom bit here. And it's the same size and the same width as this one here. So I can use my finger and my thumb here, bring it down to the bottom, do the same on the other side. And then I'm going to draw my half circle just at the bottom because I can't see the other side. And then I'm going to draw the sides. Now my sides aren't quite straight in my can, so I'm going to sort those in a wee while. But that gives you the basic outline shape of your can. Okay. And drawing lightly so that if you make any mistakes you can rub it out, and you'll certainly be rubbing out these horizontal and vertical lines. So that's your first part there. Now that you've got that done, I would suggest you rub out your horizontal lines with your rubber and your vertical lines as well. There we go. And when I look at my can kind of goes out a wee bit at the bottom there, at the side, and then it comes back in again. Not too much of a dent, but it goes in and out. So I'm going to just change the shape of that there. And it ever so slightly comes in here and back out again. So I'm going to do that as well. Obviously every can will be slightly different. Then we're going to start at the bottom and work our way down in terms of getting more detail in. So inside your ellipse here, there is another ellipse for the metal bit. So we're going to put that in. Depending on your can, I've got the little opening, but I don't actually have the tag to open, so it's disappeared actually over time. Get that in. Okay, now once you've done that, you're going to go on to your lettering. Do your lettering before you do any of the other images that are around. Now this is Vimto. Now there are 2 ways I can do it. I can do it like that, and turn my can sideways like that, which will make it much easier, or you can keep it sitting upright as well. So I'm going to turn it around and do it that way. Now, the lettering, you need to look carefully at the lettering on your can. For me, I'm drawing Vimto. The V is larger than the other letters, but the letters, the I, the M, the T and the O, are all pretty much the same height. So I'm going to do a line across the top and a line across the bottom for where roughly the I, the M, the T and the O is going to go. And then my V is further down here. I also want to try to make sure that I get an even spacing of the letters. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 letters. The M is bang in the middle. So I'm going to put a space. There's my T and there's my O. And nothing goes above this half circle here that I've already drawn. My I's there and then my V's there with a bit of space at the bottom. So what I'm going to do now, I've actually probably made that lettering a wee bit too big there, so I'm going to bring it down. So what I've done is I've laid out roughly to help try and space the letters out as easily as possible where the lettering is going to go before I draw the lettering. Again, you can use a ruler if you wanted to help you do that. So my I is right bang in the centre here. Then I've got my M. Then I've got my T. Taking my time, every few seconds I always need to look at what's in front of me. Always put pencil to paper, but every few seconds looking at what's in front of you as well. The key to a good drawing is to keep looking. You shouldn't draw for more than a few seconds without looking back at your object. Then I've got my eye here, and then I'm going to do my big V for my Vimto, which is a wee bit further down. Once you've got your lettering, you can turn the can back round if you wish, or you can keep it where it is, it's entirely up to you. But there's my lettering done now, okay? And you can see the guidelines have really helped. And what I can do is I can rub those guidelines out really easily because I should have drawn them very lightly because I knew I wasn't going to be keeping them. And there we have it, the basic outline shape of my can so far.